Hello students, welcome once more to online video class for class 8 computer studies. Today we are starting a new chapter, algorithms and flowcharts. In today's video we will cover algorithms and in the next video we will cover flowcharts. So today we are going to study what is algorithm, what are the characteristics of a good algorithm, uses of algorithms and how to develop an algorithm. So without wasting the time, let us start our topic. First, we will study about the introduction of algorithm and programming. Computers have revolutionized our lives. New age hardware has delivered so much because of efficient software and programs. In fact, a software or a program is crucial for hardware's performance. You know that nowadays we have many electronic devices like a smartphone, electronic gadgets. These gadgets are only hardwares. They work properly with the help of software. Some softwares are loaded in these hardwares. So combination of hardware and software makes the device very useful for our daily life. So software or a program is crucial for hardware's performance. Efficiency and usefulness of a program depends a lot on how it has been designed. In this chapter we are going to study how to design an algorithm and how to design a flowchart. So starting with the algorithms, the set of instructions to solve a problem, and the instructions should be given in a sequence. So proper set of instructions to solve a problem is known as algorithm in simple language. Another definition of algorithm is an algorithm is a logical sequence of discrete steps that describes a complete solution to a given problem, but it should be in a finite amount of time. Computers are essentially problem solving devices. Computers solve these problems by dividing the problem in simple and small steps that are expressed in the form of computer instructions. Set of rules that define how a particular problem can be solved in finite number of steps is known as algorithm. Means to solve a problem, whatever steps are required, if we write all the steps in a sequence and the number of steps should be definite, then it is known as algorithm. Algorithm is composed of a finite set of steps, each of which may require one or more operations, but there are certain constants or conditions to be placed on the type of operation. An algorithm can include these things. Each operation must be definite, that is, it must be clearly defined what should be done. For example, if we have a variable x equal to 6 divided by 0, you know that when we divide a number by 0, the value is undefined. So if we write instructions like this in a computer, it means it is not defined. So we cannot use an algorithm by using these type of instructions which are not clearly defined. Second example, add 3 or 8 to a. Suppose a is a variable, we give a instruction add 3 or 8 to a. It is also not clearly defined because we are going to give instruction to computer. If we tell the computer add 3 or 8 to the variable a, it means computer does not has a clear instruction whether to add 3 or 8. To write an algorithm, we should specifically tell the computer either whether to add 3 or 8. Only one value is required. Not option is not given. Each operation must be effective. That is, each step must be such that it can be done using pencil and paper in a finite amount of time. For example, arithmetic on integers is effective operation, whereas when we apply arithmetic operators on real numbers means numbers having fractional parts, that is decimal numbers. So if we apply arithmetic operation on fractional numbers, then sometimes we don't get clear value, exact value. Sometimes we get the value that is non-terminating. So algorithm should not have this type of operation which is not having clear value. Each operation must be finite. That is the third thing that should be included in the algorithm. Algorithm must be finite means the number of steps given to solve a problem should be finite. Exact number of steps are required. It means after those number of steps, our algorithm should be over. Now we are going to study what are the characteristics of a good algorithm. So if you want to become a good programmer, you should develop a good algorithm, and to develop a good algorithm, you should follow these things. Program is representation of an algorithm in a programming language. You would have studied some programming languages like QBasic or Logo in your previous classes. And program is a set of instructions given to computer to solve a problem. That is the basic thing. Now, program is written in a certain programming language. So to tell the computer what to do, how to do, and when to do, we should instruct the computer, and instructions should be given in a language that can be understood by the computer. So for that purpose, we are using programming language. But algorithm is not program. Programs are written in programming language, but algorithm is common for all the programming languages. Algorithm, just now I have told you, algorithm is a set of instructions given to solve a problem, and that set of instruction is given in simple English language. But when we convert this algorithm to program, means simple instructions, when they are designed in a programming language, then it becomes program. Programming language is required to give instruction to computer, and algorithm is for the user to understand what to do, how to do, and when to do. Efficiency of a program depends on these two factors of algorithms. It means if our algorithm contains these two factors, then our program will be efficient. First factor is correctness of algorithm. It means whatever algorithm we have designed, it should give correct result. It should not give wrong result. Second one, efficiency of an algorithm. Efficiency means to perform a task in a quick time without wasting so many resources. How fast it is, that is how much it takes to solve a problem, and how simple or complex steps it uses to solve the problem, and how much resource, that is how much memory is required for the algorithm. So if we require less memory, if we need less time to solve a problem, and if we are using simple steps to design the algorithm, then we can say our algorithm is efficient. So we have discussed characteristics of good algorithm. Now, where this algorithm can be used. All of you would have used Google search engine to search for many things. So whatever we want to search, we type in the Google search box, or we can give voice command. After reading our voice command or after getting the keyword typed, Google search engine finds the best possible results that matches with our query. Now the question is how Google is able to search what we need. The reason is algorithms are used for efficient searching over internet. Google is a search engine, it is a software, and some instructions are given in that software. On the basis of those instructions, whatever is our query, search engine is able to find and give the result. Weather forecasting is another area where algorithm is used. There are specifically designed weather forecasting algorithms that study the satellite pictures and weather patterns. Sorting is another type of algorithm which arranges the data in ascending or descending order when the data is numeric, and if the data is string value like names, then names can be also arranged in alphabetic order or reverse alphabetic order. So in computer, when we write many numbers and we want to sort the numbers in ascending or descending order, just with a click of mouse button, computer will solve it. So how computer is able to arrange the data in ascending or descending order or sort the data? For that, sorting algorithm is used in the program. Pattern recognition is another area where algorithm is used. In fields like fingerprint matching or face recognition, you know that mobile phones or smartphones have fingerprint scanner, or sometimes the mobile is unlocked with face. So how mobile is able to find out this is the correct person or not? For fingerprint matching and face recognition, some algorithm is used. Now, developing an algorithm. To develop an algorithm, there are some steps required. First step is obtain a description of the problem. Detailed description adds to better solution. So always go for clear descriptions. Also be clear about the assumptions made, if any. For example, in a test result system, mostly it is assumed that maximum mark is out of 100. So it is important to clarify assumptions and be sure about things. Second step to develop algorithm is analyze the problem. Analyze to figure out what is to be calculated or produced from a given set of inputs, conditions or values. Analyze if any data is dependent upon another data. For example, in annual result, if marks weightage from term examination is to be added, that final result is also dependent on the term and results. Third step to develop algorithm is develop a high level algorithm. Firstly, come up with the develop high level algorithm, and that includes the major part of a solution, that is major steps to find the solution. Now refine the algorithm by adding more details. Now refine the algorithm and include some minor steps if it requires. Also ensure that right data gets used. For example, if we are taking marks obtained for a particular subject, then we should be careful about the fact that users must not enter a mark more than 100 because it will become invalid. So we should avoid the users to enter invalid data. Review and test the algorithm. Now the last step, when the algorithm is designed, then finally review your algorithm's steps one by one and test it with the sample set of values whether it produces correct result on that data or not. So these are the things for today's session. Revise the things that we have discussed today. In next video we will study about flowcharts. Till then, take care. Thank you.